Now we realize we have to find a balance again within our minds, letting go of the logical mind script that everything has to be a certain way and allowing our intuitive mind to have a say, especially when we're not happy with our life. To do this, the first thing the benevolent beings taught me was to train my mind to get out of the loopholes of thinking negatively. This isn't a lesson to completely stop all negative thoughts or to ignore our feelings if they aren't happy, but rather to learn to take more control of one's thoughts. When I was taught, a voice in my mind keeps saying, "Why not try thinking positively? Nobody else knows what's going on in your mind, so why not give it a go?" This is when I was so negative about my life that it was consuming me. The same voice within me that day then said, "Dig in the ground." Now I felt silly doing this, but decided to trust enough to dig about 3 inches into the earth, only to discover a solid gold bracelet with a gold heart locket on it. That's when I knew I could trust this message and started to work on my mind. Lesson 1. Find a default thought. Just like a computer that has a default program, you can change your neuron paths back to a thought that gives you more control. This is easier if you use something that you like, something pretty simple to think of, like a car or a bike or a flower. I chose a fluffy duckling, but after about 10 years, I used a sunflower instead because of the mandala pattern inside of it. But anything you feel is easy for you to think of is good enough. Just stick to the same thought, as it's good practice to get your mind to know this means we are changing a neuron path or thought. Then every time you catch your thoughts that don't serve the outcome you want, whether it's people you're angry with or situations you felt out of control with, you can practice by replacing that thought with your default thought. This gets easier, like going to the gym and exercising, but just like at the gym, you need to keep it up. Well, until you're in the 5th dimension at least, where you're going to live completely in the moment. And I can tell you that's euphoric. There is more to this lesson, but first let's just master the first part. Lesson 2. A blank canvas. If you feel your life isn't where you want it to be, and you have become too entrenched in other people's stories and dramas, this is a good one to learn to recreate a new reality for yourself. I was taught to imagine a big painting canvas, and on it was my life as it is. By imagining a painting of my life on a white canvas, I would imagine picking up an eraser and rubbing it all out, breaking down what I know to be myself. While I did this in my imagination, I would be saying to myself, I am not a mum, I am not an artist, I am not a female, I am not a public speaker, I am not a human. This is so you can feel into rebuilding what you want yourself to be. I like to sit in this no man's land or clear canvas, as it actually felt very liberating to me. Then I would imagine a paintbrush in my hand and paint all the things I loved about myself and my life. Once I imagined painting them and leaving all the things out I didn't like, I would feel into that new painting. Feel what it feels like to just have the things you want in your reality. This feeling is what you need to hold on to no matter what happens. I found it extremely interesting how quickly my reality outside myself would shift to suit these feelings, with people moving on or even careers opening up. The great thing with these 2 exercises is you're learning to open up your right hemisphere again by using your imagination. I know at schools they told you not to, but this is part of the right hemisphere that was shut down. So it's very vitally important for you to learn to use your imagination again. And also, it stops your left brain, your left logical brain, from thinking everything has to go a certain way for reality to make sense. In the next few videos, I'll follow up with more exercises I was shown and tell you an amazing secret I was led to by benevolent beings about our pineal gland. This could change everything.